Right, welcome to our first Leadership and Governance meeting of the year. I see we've had a few already and everyone's running on time, so hopefully we can keep that way. We have a very short agenda today, so we've got Andrea presenting. Marianne's sick. Don't have any apologies today. Do we have any leaves of absence? Okay, confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting. Everyone's gone through that. Moved Councillor McIndoe, second Councillor Brindlecombe. Do we have any business arising out of the minutes? No. Review of the outstanding meeting actions, which there's only two anyway.
Well, it's supposed to be unfair of me to ask the acting CEO if the letter's been written to the SES groups.
You can ask.
I see that. I'll confirm that to Councillor Ross.
Thank you. There was, oh no, I'm coming to this name.
No personal, personal interest, conflict of interest, no petitions, Mr. Board.
No petitions. I suppose
Which one?
okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I have two minutes.
oh, sorry, yes. But we've got our 10-point plan review with Andrea.
You have your license here? Yes. It might go. Is that on?
It's probably flat.
Through the chair, councillors, this report started from a review of the documents in the Strategic Documents Register. One of those documents was what is referred to as the 10-point plan. The 10-point plan was originally an advocacy document that was prepared for the previous state government election. So when I started writing this report, well, initially I thought, what's the point in doing that when the next state government election isn't for some months? Because the priorities that we may come up with now won't perhaps be priorities in the next 10 months. And then as I was writing the report, it occurred to me that it's possibly not all about the 10-point plan and that it's probably more about the state election in general. So using the 10-point plan as a springboard, what I've talked about is that, or what I recommend, is that possibly we look at having some sort of working group that starts around about now, looking at how we are going to lobby and advocate on behalf of the council for the upcoming state government election. So we may have another 10-point plan, we may have something else that's not a 10-point plan, we might have some other form of communication, but I think it deserves some sort of discussion and ideas and workshopping around how we can conduct some kind of campaign, if you like, to get what we require or what we like, or to lobby on behalf of ourselves for the next state government election. As I said in the report, the state government election is not actually due until April next year. And anybody who listens to the radio knows that there's been a talk about whether the Premier will go early or not. She says she won't, but they all say that. And there's certainly some indication that it might be towards the end of this year. But it doesn't matter if we prepare a little bit early. So that was basically the gist of that report.
Through the chair, in talking about having another group, I think that this committee is small enough to be called a group. And I think that probably we just need to all sit around there and note out where we want to go. I think that if everyone put in suggestions and we just have a round table discussion about, getting some points, because the election is important. And I think that we need to have our plan, and as you've said in here, the LGAQ will have their plans and every council in Queensland will have. But I think that, I really think that this committee is small enough to just not start another group, but utilise this group to move forward. Like as today, I mean, you know, we're probably going to, could we even do something today? I mean, we've got a bit of time up there today.
We could, but I think that it probably deserves a more strategic look at the whole campaign, rather than just look at a few priorities for a plan.
But could we just start? Because like, I don't know how long this meeting's going to go for, but it's the only item on the agenda.
It is.
So I just thought that maybe we can spend a little bit of time in saying, you know, where we want to go.
Either that or we set time aside in a strategy meeting.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's still going to take time. We're here today.
Yeah.
Things are all.
In a past life, we've done advocacy for elections, and one of the approaches we took was to, over time, actually bring forward. Don't bring forward your 10-point plan straight, you know, in one bulk thing, but actually work on sections at a time. Pick something early, and then lead up to your whole plan. So is that as it comes on board, instead of trying to do a whole plan straight up, the things that come along, just set them to your plan.
I suppose where it's become a bit tricky in the past is with two things. Firstly, we always run out of time, and our advocacy documents always are delivered too late. And well, later than what I would probably like. The other thing is local government is broad, and it depends on the sorts of things that they're interested in throwing money at. So we like to have a document that's kind of broad enough that they can, depending on the sorts of things they're interested in throwing money at, which we can't preempt at this stage, we surely should have enough scope within that document, that advocacy document, to provide.
I'm not saying that we should wait till the last moment to actually put your plan in place. I'm saying to start now, but actually bring forward and does it go to LGAQ and the advocacy goes from LGAQ to state government, or does it? Will it come from us to state government? I don't know that.
Probably a bit of both. It depends on.
We do both.
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be lots of things here,
There is. So
which is important that we advocate for.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
And support
And to go on that
others as well.
Yeah, there'll be some things within our document or our planning that will complement LGAQ and their advocacy document. They put theirs out, there might be some synergies, but they usually put their own out.
And the thing is, some of the things that they align is from information that they've gleaned around the state anyway. So,
Sure.
yeah, so some of them, you know, are similar to ours. While we might have a local flavour of it, we've got the support of the bigger organisation.
And it's good to be doing it now,
Yeah.
because in the past we rush it, we just whack things in, there's not a lot of,
We've always been late.
we're always rushing, we're always literally getting them printed the day before, we've got a minister coming, it's just, it's nice to have this a bit more well
the
thought
federal
out.
government, didn't it?
Yeah.
Election, we saw that.
Through the chair, councillor, what I guess what I'm getting at a little bit in this report was that, is it just a document? Are there other ways that we can, other methods we can use to lobby? Can we be using video? Can we be using some visits by politicians, by candidates? Can we set up a plan to make use of those opportunities, to identify what those opportunities might be? That might be where council was.
Yeah, Andrew, we did a lot of video work.
But we have to know, we have to get our topics first, don't we?
So you raise your topics now.
Through the chair, I think we need to make a decision, is it going to be this group? Because the stuff that you're talking about is very clear that it's not what 6 people will advocate for and put forward. It's what we put forward to our people that will get the noise happening, and that's your job, how to do that. You know, it's your videos, it's your Facebook. Well, yeah, I don't mean yours, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. It's up to you to stimulate our people to get them on board with what we're deciding. We're deciding for our people. So to get probably 3 parties this time, and it's going to be a very different election, you know, with the likelihood of a third party being at a forefront, on top of some economic difficulties that I think will transpire towards the end of the year. So it's going to be a very different election, whether it comes November, December or February in 2017. So we're going to have to come at a very different way that we've always come. I believe we must get the people on board with what we want. They will sell to the vote. All 3 parties will sell to the vote. So lobbying for something that we can't get the people excited about is going to be very difficult this election. That's my view. We must be lobbying for things that 33,000 people in our region must get excited about. If we're going to get some economy out of them. There's going to be some very difficult numbers in the finance, I think, for these people to be throwing about at election time. So,
And that spread of things that we put forward, if we're doing our jobs, councillor, we should already have a great awareness of what those things are that excite our community. That's where we should be at. So we should already know what that is. We shouldn't be going back and saying, well, do these excite you, these ideas? We should already, collectively, we've got that. That's right. So it's just getting that higher level strategic focus to what is it that we want to put forward, and then using some different mediums. I love that idea, but we still need to have that advocacy document as well. But we do need to start planning now.
We've let it lapse for too long, we've lost it again.
And you're right, there'll be opportunities from now on that we can use if we're all on the same page about those priorities for our region and those opportunities with this election. We should be starting to sell that message now through feeding it in, like you say.
Yeah, well, pretty much the same. I'd like to see it in front of the strategy session. Go from there as the topics we're after, not a document. Like Councillor McIndoe was saying, we're after topics, we're not after a plan. Yes, it's easy to talk for a plan once you have something, but that comes from the topic. So, like a strategy session, I can see how it plays coming up fairly soon. So we get that done fairly fast. So.
Probably have to be a special day.
Maybe we'll have to do a special day. I've got no problems with that. Okay.
Because we've already got some overflow from yesterday.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. We could probably do with that another day of strategy just to try and get that list under control. Not just that list, but some of the other overflow.
Through the chair, I think a lot of the discussion I understood was about just the way you might do that, not just lists. I mean, it's a case of that campaign of sorts. It's a campaign within a campaign where we are fundamentally drafting up here's how we see this going and selling it to whomever's interested. So I suppose we go with our chance of using innovation and our technology here, we should use whatever we can and have it sort of filtered out into some videos and some. So I don't know whether you want to put together kind of a draft of maybe how you might see it going. If you want to add a little bit more to it, if you want to kind of see and the sort of things we might add to it, because I think it's important we get a bit of a template first. I know you've added the LJP documents, but they're really, to be quite frank, that they would have an appeal to like-minded people, but I'm not necessarily sure that if we're going to say, well, our campaign is about, letting our communities know that this is what we're wanting out of this election, it's got to be a real sell to our people about.
And I think, you know, it depends how you work, because for me, I would like to know what those things look like first before I work out what platform I would use to deliver those messages, because just a great example of that is the drone technology that we use in the Noah River excavation project. Perfectly captured that. So it depends what sort of things for me. I think, I don't know if I'm incorrect here, but would that make your job easier if we could sort of share with you first what that document or what those themes will look like when we're talking advocacy and opportunities for investment here before you share with us maybe what platforms we could use to deliver those messages? Or can you've probably got ideas already?
They can run in conjunction, I think, Councillor, but certainly I think the themes would be handy, and I think they have to be looked at locally in our region as well as the greater region. I don't think it's enough to come up with just a wish list of the things that we want, but I think we need to be seen to be contributing to what Northern Queensland wants or Central Queensland wants as well, and that probably needs workshopping. But also I'd like to see this committee or members of this committee or the most interested ones act as a bit of intelligence as well around the political environment in the next 6 to 10 to 12 months. So to identify a couple of people who are quite interested in that, to work with me or whoever else in the council's interested also, so that we know what's happening and people can grab those opportunities. So I think a strategy meeting would be really good to flesh out some of that, a bit of the plan, a bit of the themes, a bit of the how we're going to go about it. I'm certainly not a political lobbyist, so I'm happy to take everyone's advice.
Yeah.
Right, then. Strategy.
Yeah.
Like that.
You're working on the themes first, okay? That's,
You have to get some topics to
Yeah.
flavors.
yeah, then drill down to the topics that make up fit those themes.
Then you need to get some information on those topics. And no matter how you present them, I mean, we're going to be meeting up with people in the street, but you will need a documentation. You know, you can send a video, Facebook or whatever, but you'll still need that piece of paper to hand to somebody. If you go to any functions where there's somebody there that you need to touch. And I mean, there's a North Queensland conference coming up, isn't there, Kerry? And I mean, there's plenty of opportunities, like we've got the finance thing in Cairns. There's a raft of conferences and things we go to where pollies show up. So the sooner we're prepared, the better, and we can, you know, talk to them or hand them our goals and what we'd like to see.
Through the chair, I think the real concern is, I think there's been, you know, as you know, there's one, you've got a date that's when an election has to be had by, but there's other triggers, and I suspect, if you're reading the science about some funding packages that come up recently, I suspect it's going to be before the third quarter, it'll be more likely the second quarter. And that means you've got about 3 or 4 months to kind of get stuff ready. So notwithstanding we can be the earliest finished, we will be the earliest finished, but we'll have it ready to go.
Yeah.
Grand general business. Did you have some general business?
Sorry,
Did you have something for general business? You said before that would carry over to general. Was it for this meeting?
yeah, sorry. I'm having after the rain event in Springfield the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I asked, and I sent an email in to Scott about thanking all the people workers and that actually did quite a pretty good job quickly, road crews and things, of tidying up. And Scott said, leave it with me, but I'm not sure if anything's happened, that's all.
Mr. Chair, I might be able to answer that. The council workers, councillor roles, we generally put that in the council internal newsletter, which is due out. So I just forward that to my team and they can include that in. Thank you.
Okay, right. You can cross that, you can put a line through that.
I know, Jason Akers also did send a thank you around for the, you know, the welcome response in the community. Really highly regarded by the community.
Thank you. Thanks, Barry. That's all.
Mayor Hayes giving you a blister of that.
Thanks for
No,
that.
it was really, look, people really appreciated the fact that their mayor was on the ground the next day and sweeping on the brooms, and I think the community appreciated that personal touch.
And just an update on Mick and Maureen's lino
Yeah, that's not good.
gone mouldy.
So we are going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Through the chair, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying this for the committee, but as general business, it's got to be resolved. We might have a bigger strategic solution for that problem there, but we need to do something in the short term that sorts that out. So I wouldn't want that being recorded that Maureen and Mick Dendle
I'd just like to make a comment that probably this last rainfall, the 4 inches we had the other night, it wasn't the sewage overflow, it was just the flood waters going through, and I mean, that drainage has been a problem for a long time. We've been going to do something about it since 2010, and probably since 2008. But look, you know, it really needs to be done, and we talk about everything, like the creek hasn't been cleaned out over there. There's a whole lot of a raft of things that impact on that flooding in Springshore, which is just, should be done, and we put it off.
I'm just not sure through the chair whether that's been resolved. Mick similarly, actually, we took George Bourne over there.
Yeah.
So he's been through and looked at the creek. He's given us an approval to approval to clean the creek out. So Mick is actually working through that plan now. So he just wanted to make sure that there was, you know, trees and stuff around the creek and what you can touch and what you can't. He's gone and had a look at it, sorted it out. So I think Mick will be coming back. I don't know whether he's coming with the council, he's certainly have an operational plan to be cleaning the creek out the next few weeks.
Yeah.
I know that's a bit after the fact, but if they needed a bit of prompting, that's what.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, look, that's something that has been talked about since 2010 as well. So, I mean, we're in 2017 now.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you know, 7 years is a bit long to wait. And with that drainage problem there, I mean, we've looked at several options. I mean, it's only really impacted more so since that motel's been there, and that's nearly 15 years old now. So, look, you know, we need to get somebody in there and take some levels and sort out that drainage problem.
I think Peter Manning is going to come back with a plan for that as well. So it's a bit expensive, but I mean, I think it just needs to be resolved. And I think that's where this works for Queensland thing, was hopefully it might be a project that will sneak in there.
Yeah. Yes. You know, look, that laundry's been a big problem. I don't know whether it's better to just lift it up.
Well, I think that's perhaps an option.
It's probably cheaper with a rag or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, sorry, Chris.
But aside from that,
On your parade there? Sorry, butting in on your parade there?
No, you're right. Just-
no, but anyhow, it was a good day. Those fellas over there working hard. And, so hopefully a few little solutions for the visitor information centre, hopefully. I asked council next about the wool press and things in the future, and, you know, we just need to think about some of those things.
Yeah, difficult to kind of raise that out of the flood level, but
Mr. Mayor, what is it that you want to call it? So you want that
Surname of the.
Oh, sorry, Mick and Maureen Dendle. What address is it? That's Wood Street. So there's five Wood Street.
Five, is it?
Five or seven, it is.
Which street, sorry?
Wood Street.
come get over there.
Wood Street.
But it's just not that house yard, it's that whole block.
Okay.
Right.
Drainage,
Yeah.
Look at
drainage
drainage.
issues affecting 5 Wood Street.
Yep.
So you want
Do
that,
we need
you want their
the
address
address?
recorded
Yeah.
as well? Isn't that?
I don't think we need to put that in the minutes, no. There's drainage, in the block surrounding Wood Street, Eclipse Street, and Leichhardt Street.
Do you have any further general business? close the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
It's easy.
That's it.
I'll make up for it.
Yeah.
Something for 2 minutes, isn't it?